Hello. Video content for Friday, May 7th. Please carefully look through these examples of work in both your class packet and your homework packet. Do them yourself. Check your answers in Schoology. I'll try to anticipate some of the problems that you might have. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'll go over your homework, the exercises that are in your homework packet on pages 9 to 16 in your exercises 9 to 16 on page 15, and I'll go over homework sheet 4. Remember that these problems in your homework packet are actually the same ones as found in your IB book, and they're parallel questions to what IB asks on tests, hence I ask on tests. I'm really training you towards the IB expectations as I move towards the organic test and the final exam. So if you look with me on page 15 of your homework packet, let's look at the top set of exercises, 9 through 12. In exercises 9, 10, 11, I am giving you the same experience that I've given you on homework sheets and in your class packet. I hope you are able to write the structure and give the names of these reactions, the products of these reactions. And note number 9. Number 9 says something about complete combustion of butane. Every time it says the incomplete combustion, cross it off. I will not test you on any incomplete combustion reactions. The only thing you need to know, because you can't balance an equation that's an incomplete combustion. What you do need to know is that the products of incomplete combustion are some amount of carbon, some amount of carbon monoxide, some amount of carbon dioxide, and some amount of water. So you'll never write the equation, but know that incomplete combustion is different than complete. I would like you to look at number 12 with me on page 15 of your homework. Number 12, what would you observe? If you put bromine water into cyclohexane, cyclohexane is an alkane. Now they're covering it with aluminum foil so there's no light. You need to first think about, does a halogen react with an alkane in room conditions in the dark? Look at 12C. What if you add that same bromine water to propane, which is in a test tube, but you allow UV light to interact with it? What product would you expect? You should be able to both tell me the observation. Bromine water is orange, remember. When that bromine is consumed into a reaction, the halogenoalkane is colorless, as I showed you in a video. Look at the questions on the bottom of page 15. Number 13, you do need to be able to write combustions of ethanol and propanol. Remember, all these answers are in Schoology. Esterification reactions, you need to both write and just predict the name of the product. 14 is an appropriate question. I want you to totally cross out number 15. You do not need to do it. But 15 is a topic you should think about. When you have an addition reaction, the one thing you must have for an addition reaction is a double or triple bond. Alkane substitution can take place on an alkane with all single bonds, called a saturated hydrocarbon. Is butane saturated or unsaturated? It has bonds between the 6 carbons that are what we would call a bond and a half of energy. They're not really double bonds. And hence, that double bond that bond and a half in benzene cannot react like an addition reaction. So think about, benzene is unsaturated because you can put more hydrogens on it. But to undergo a substitution reaction instead of an addition reaction tells you something about the bonding arrangement in benzene. So we're going to be going over this content in today's video. You should now be able to do page 5 over again. I know we did it yesterday, but you should really practice that again. And then go to page 6 and 7 in the class packet. First, do it yourself, and then check your answers on Schoology. Remember, I even recommend that you do this again a second time. Print the sheets, practice it again, see how you do. So this organic reaction matching is a very solid experience for you to practice, to be able to recognize what are these reagents, and then predict the reagents and the type of reaction. I know this page is hard to read, and so I have it on this page too, but the top of it didn't come across. So for you to be able to look at number 5, there is a small n in front of this molecule with a double bond in it. That N means you have many, many molecules, and it's a bond, it's a double bond within a molecule. You should notice that there's chlorine in that alkene. So recognize the product as the result of an addition polymerization product, PVC. Here you have an alkane and bromine reacting. Here you have an alcohol down in number 13. You have an alcohol. You have to determine, is that alcohol primary, secondary, or tertiary before you decide with potassium permanganate, which is an oxidizing agent, which product of the oxidation of alcohols will you get? Is this a primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohol? Just keep looking at these equations and trying to predict products and classify the type of reaction. Page 6 in your class packet is another fun one. Organic reaction identification. Here you're looking at structural formulas, and you're able to see that this is an acid reacting with an alcohol. What do you get when you take an acid with an alcohol? This is an ester in water. Name that type of organic reaction. If you look through all of these, you should be recognizing. Here you have in number 7, a chemical with a double bond. What do double bonds do? They undergo addition reactions. And so you should be able to add both of those atoms in the molecule of HCl across that double bond, and notice you get only one product. When you have alkane substitution, you get 2 products. All these are insights that you'll gain if you just keep working on these organic reactions. Page 7 in your class notes. Work on those with a friend. See if you can do them in class together, checking your answers. And now go on to page 8, 9, 10, 11 in your class packet. Work on them in a study group. On page 8 and 9, you've got another list of reactants, just the words. You should be able to give me the name of the product, sometimes the structure also, and classify the type of reaction. On page 10 and 11, another set of, I know you can't read this, but it's in your class packet. Another chance to now write out the structure of the product. You try it, check your answers. I do want to make sure that for the quiz on Monday, you're prepared with what I will be doing. On Monday, when you come to class, I will first have a video connection with you. I will video with you, and you will be given one more chance to review for the quiz. You'll take the quiz second of the 2 periods on Monday. But what you have for the quiz is this format on the front and the back of the sheet, 14, 15, 16 of these, where I give you names of reactants here. You have to tell me the type of reaction by name. Remember, you can use your lavender card, but then you have to give me the name of the products, always the name. If there are 2 products, give me 2 names. Only for some of the questions where you have to write the structural formula. You always have to give me the name of the product, sometimes the structural formula. So this video ends what we've accomplished on Friday, May 7th. It's really a good time now for you to look at these two colorful cardstock cards again, the rainbow card and the pink stripe card. Those two cards should be making more and more sense to you as you just read and study them. Read and study them. The quiz will be comfortable for you after you've done this work in both your homework and your class notes. I will see you again on Monday in another video. I appreciate all of your effort. I am also posting some other videos in Schoology by other IB teachers. You might find their voice on a particular topic very helpful. Use those additional resources if you would like. Thank you, and I'll see you in a video on Monday, see you in a video on Tuesday, and see you in person on Zoom Wednesday.